Stop trying to impress her with words alone. What they never told you is that a mature woman does not fall in love because of flashy gifts, rehearsed compliments, or clever lines. She falls in love when your touch makes her feel safe, desired, and deeply understood. After decades of life experience, she can detect insincerity in seconds. But the right touch bypasses doubt and speaks directly to the emotional centers of her brain. In a landmark study from University of Miami, couples who shared at least 20 seconds of affectionate touch each day reported a 47% increase in emotional closeness and a 32% reduction in stress hormones. Another report from Harvard Medical School found that skin-to-skin contact stimulates oxytocin, the bonding hormone that creates trust and attachment, even more powerfully in adults over 60. Think of oxytocin like a master key. It unlocks the doors to affection, loyalty, and long-term devotion. And stay with me, because the number one touch on this list seems incredibly simple, yet in my clinical experience, it has revived marriages that were emotionally cold for years. Before we dive in, I want to hear from you. How old are you, and what is the one quality you believe matters most in lasting love? Is it trust, kindness, loyalty, or passion? Write your answer in the comments. I read every single one, and your story may encourage someone else who wonders whether love is still possible after 60, 70, or even 80. Years ago, I met a patient named Farouk, age 68, from Lahore. After losing his wife, he thought romance was over forever. Then he met a widowed teacher named Nadia. He told me, "Doctor, I don't know what to say to her." I answered, "Say less." Touched with sincerity. 6 months later, he returned smiling like a young man. She told me she fell in love because I made her feel cherished. That is the power of touch. Number 7 is the reassuring touch on the upper back. This is the touch of protection. When you place your palm gently between her shoulders, you send a signal older than language itself. Anthropologists believe this gesture evolved as a sign of partnership and support. Research from University of California, Berkeley found that supportive touch increased feelings of trust by 39%. Why does this matter more with age? As we grow older, the nervous system becomes more sensitive to uncertainty and stress. Inflammation rises, sleep may become lighter, and emotional losses accumulate. A calm hand on her back tells her nervous system, "You are not carrying life alone anymore." Use this touch when guiding her through a doorway, standing beside her in a crowded room, or while she is preparing dinner. Rest your hand there for 3 to 5 seconds, warm and steady. For greater effect, pair it with eye contact and a quiet phrase such as, "I'm here." Number 6 is the playful touch of the forearm. This touch creates anticipation without pressure. Light contact along the forearm stimulates sensory nerves that communicate directly with emotional centers in the brain. A study from University College London reported that slow, gentle strokes increased pleasant sensations by over 50%. In mature adults, circulation may slow and sensory input becomes especially meaningful. Think of this touch like tapping the first domino in a beautiful chain reaction. Use your fingertips to lightly brush her forearm during conversation. Let it last 1 or 2 seconds, then pull away naturally. The power lies in restraint. The best timing is when she laughs or shares a personal story. Pair this with sincere listening. Touch means little if your attention is elsewhere. Number 5 is the lingering embrace. Most people hug for 2 seconds and let go. That is a greeting. But a 20-second embrace changes body chemistry. Studies from University of North Carolina at Chapel Hill found that prolonged hugging lowered blood pressure and increased oxytocin significantly. After 70, many individuals experience more loneliness than they admit. A lingering hug tells her heart, "You belong." I remember Helen, age 74, from Karachi, who told me she had not felt truly held since her husband passed away. When her new companion embraced her without rushing, she cried, not from sadness, but from relief. Hold her gently but fully. Breathe slowly. Let your chest and heartbeat communicate what words cannot. Pair this with a soft kiss on the forehead for even greater emotional impact. If you are finding this helpful, take a moment to like this video and subscribe. Our mission is to help you build strength, confidence, and meaningful relationships at every age. And tell me in the comments which of these touches feels most natural to you. Number 4 is the hand-holding squeeze. Never underestimate the hand. The hands contain dense networks of nerve endings, making them extraordinarily expressive. Stanford University researchers found that holding a trusted partner's hand reduced anxiety-related brain activity by nearly 25%. In aging adults, stress can amplify inflammation and fatigue. A warm squeeze acts like an emotional anchor, stabilizing the mind. Take her hand while walking, sitting, or watching television. Give one slow, reassuring squeeze. Not tight, not mechanical, just enough to say, I choose this moment with you. The ideal time is when she shares something vulnerable. Pair it with gratitude. I'm glad you're in my life. Number 3 is the face touch. This is profoundly intimate because the face is where identity lives. To cup her cheek gently is to say, I see you. Research from Yale University suggests that tender facial touch activates brain regions associated with emotional significance and memory. For mature women, this touch can be deeply healing. Time changes appearance, but your gesture communicates that she is beautiful and valued exactly as she is. Use the back of your fingers or your palm to touch her cheek while looking into her eyes. Let your thumb rest softly near her jaw. Do this before a kiss, during a heartfelt conversation, or when saying goodbye. Pair it with one honest compliment. You have the kindest eyes. Number 2 is the slow stroke through her hair. The scalp contains thousands of sensory receptors. Gentle movement through the hair can produce a soothing response similar to meditation. Researchers at Kyoto University found that scalp stimulation reduced cortisol, the primary stress hormone, by as much as 23%. With age, cortisol tends to remain elevated longer, which contributes to sleep problems, abdominal fat, and fatigue. A calming stroke through her hair tells her body it is safe to relax. Use this touch while sitting together on the couch or when she rests her head near your shoulder. Move slowly from the crown toward the back of her head. Pair it with silence. Not every meaningful moment needs words. Number 1 is the gentle touch at the small of her back. This may be the most powerful romantic touch of all. It combines reassurance, attraction, and subtle leadership. Evolutionary psychologists believe this gesture signals both desire and protection. In surveys from Rutgers University, women consistently associated this touch with feelings of connection and confidence in a partner. For a mature woman, confidence matters more than perfection. She is not looking for someone to impress her. She is looking for someone who makes her feel secure, feminine, and cherished. Place your hand lightly at the small of her back as you walk together or guide her into a room. Keep your touch respectful and steady. The best timing is in public, where the gesture communicates pride and devotion. Pair it with genuine presence. If your attention is divided, the magic disappears. Farouk later told me this was the touch Nadia loved most. When he placed his hand on my back, she said, I felt like I finally had a partner again. That is the deeper truth. Mature love is not built on performance. It is built on consistency, tenderness, and emotional safety. The right touch does more than stimulate the skin. It calms the nervous system, lowers stress, and reawakens the heart. Like sunlight warming a garden that seemed dormant, affection can bring hidden feelings back to life. If you are in your 60s, 70s, or beyond, remember this: your capacity to love has not expired. In many ways, it is stronger now because it is grounded in wisdom rather than illusion. You know what matters. You value loyalty over drama, companionship over ego, and quiet devotion over empty promises. It is never too late to hold someone's hand, to offer comfort, and to create a relationship that enhances independence and quality of life. Love in later years is not a consolation prize. It is often the most profound love of all. Subscribe for more science-based insights on healthy aging, relationships, and vitality. And in the comments, tell me your age and which touch you believe creates the strongest emotional connection.